Train horn. It's not that little beep beep of the subway system. Nope, that's not a cow. That's not a cow crossing the tracks. That's the workers upgrading the tracks in preparation for a new day on the Staten Island Railroad in the form of new trains. Yeah, the engineers, Governor Cuomo just called for more continuous weld track, and what that entails is that as the track, you hear that bloop, 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 bloop as the train goes along. What Governor Cuomo is proposing is that would eliminate that bloop, 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 because that is section, the tracks here in Staten Island, and most of the MTA system in Manhattan and the other boroughs, the other 4 boroughs, are in sections. They're not continuously welded. They're strapped together by pieces of metal and bolts. Thank God we don't use rivets anymore. That's a real train horn. And that puts me back to my start of riding trains, which were diesel. So like you're ancient. No, diesel train is still used to this day. You look at the trains in India, and we lack the ridership. Yeah, that's one of the gripe with the MTA, which still makes a profit. Long Island doesn't. They have to be supplemented, and Metro North to a certain degree also. But the MTA, which Staten Island is a part of, makes a profit. So in time we spend some of that profit on modern train like we see in Europe, that's been in Europe for years. And maybe some of that rider, they say that there's a common saying that says if you build it, they'll come. So let's see what the R-211 will do. You know, coupled with the smoother tracks and smoother train where you can see out big panoramic windows, people will appreciate that view. The arrival to the $1 million view of the R-32, 42, and 62, which the R-32 was built in 1964, otherwise known as a Brightliner. The R-32 Bud Philadelphia Brightliner, a train that came into being when the MTA was in turmoil, much more turmoil than it is in today, where the ridership isn't up to par. But back in those days when that first stainless steel train came online, the MTA was in turmoil, so they call it a Brightliner, but its official name is Bud Philadelphia R-32, 1964. $1 million view of an R-32. Google that. You can put in the 0 or you can spell it out. And that's